Hi everyone, I'm back with another Q&A today, and as always on my personal Q&As, I have a question for you. So my question is, if you had to pick one of the following activities, which would it be? Diving with sharks, bungee jumping, or skydiving? I would actually probably pick diving with sharks because I think sharks are awesome, and then if I couldn't do that one, I would do skydiving. What about you guys? Leave me a comment. Now I'm going to jump onto the questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram. If you've not previously touched on the subject, besides your obvious passion and artistic talent with photography and videography, did you ever study to learn via courses, or did you practice and learn via the World Wide Web? Photography, yes, I studied photography as soon as I left high school. I definitely think though that I gained more experience and I learned a lot more when I was actually working in the field rather than just learning. Learning's good for the technical background, but actually working in the industry gives you a chance to be creative. What things do you not apply minimalism to? For example, in the past you've said you enjoy makeup, so you don't really apply minimalism to that. I guess that's true. With makeup, I'm more about like decluttering, not owning too much. Everything I own in my makeup, I definitely do use. I used to own a lot, and I guess, doing that whole photography thing and always hanging out with makeup artists and stuff, you just get used to seeing a lot of makeup. And I still like to wear different makeup looks and change how I look. Like I change my hair all the time, I like to change my makeup all the time. So for me, that's just a fun thing to do, and you can't do that when you have a really, really limited makeup collection. Like a true minimalist, I guess, wouldn't bother with makeup because they don't feel the need. And on most days, I don't wear makeup, but I feel it's fun and I feel it's expressive. Other things, I guess photography equipment, because I do need that for the kind of work that I do, not only with YouTube, but everything else as well. So I have quite a few cameras, lenses, all different kinds of lights, tripod stands, I guess lots of hard drives, that sort of thing. Would you make a fitness routine kind of thing, like filming a day where you just work out? Yes, I've wanted to do one of these for so long, but I don't want to do one day. I want to do a whole week, just so you guys can get sort of a glimpse at what an average week looks like for me from that kind of angle. I asked you guys on Snapchat if you wanted to see one and to screenshot it, and I had so many screenshots come through, and I started filming it that day, but by like the third day I'd already messed it up, and I was like, oh my god, I need to try and film this when things are a little bit less hectic for me, because I forgot to take my camera to 2 of my boxing sessions. So as soon as things calm down a little bit, I'll definitely be trying to get that one done, but yeah, I want to do a whole week. Hey Rachel, love your videos. I was just wondering if you had any advice on feeling overwhelmed. You have way more things going on than me, and I was just wondering how you balance it all. Scheduling. Scheduling is so important. If you guys want a video about this, let me know. I've been thinking of making one for a little while. If you've seen in some of my previous videos, every morning when I wake up, I write a list of things to do. Beforehand though, I like to try and schedule my days and just have, at least like a rough timeline of what needs to be done when. Probably goes back to my days from when I worked in a call center, because if you've ever worked in a call center, everything is scheduled down to the minute, like the exact minute, and you have to do them on that time. So I like to schedule what I see as blocks in my head throughout my day so that I can plan what I need to get done. I used to actually make like a full cutout version of it, but I don't even have time to do that anymore. And every day I schedule in something like 20 minutes of cleaning or an extra 40 minutes of study, or I know that I need to be editing videos for 3 hours that day, or I need to be at the gym working with the trainers, having a meeting for like an hour that day, something like that. But plan your day in blocks. I also find that the way you approach it mentally has a big impact. If you are constantly thinking, I'm so stressed, I'm so worried, I have too much going on, you will be. Every day try and take a little bit of time to yourself, even if it's just like, if you could just get 10 minutes where you can be quiet and just think on what you're doing and take some time to relax and just focus on your breathing even. And you just need to reassure yourself throughout the day, be like, I've got this, I know what I'm doing, it's okay, I can deal with all the things that I have going on. It's a lot easier to do if you enjoy the things that you're doing as well. If you have the ability to work in a job that you really like, then do that. If you're studying something that you really like, then that's awesome. The more things that you're doing, the less it will feel like you're actually doing, because your hobbies and interests are the things that are filling up your day. And so even though you might have a lot going on, it's pretty simple to get it all done. What is your main motivation to run several businesses? How do you overcome the fear that something could go wrong? I believe you're a very inspiring person, and I'd like to hear your view about entrepreneurship in general. Love you. Thank you. Fear that something could go wrong. Let me tell you this right now, something will go wrong. In fact, more than one thing will go wrong. Multiple things will go wrong. My motivation, I guess I like to make things, I like to share things, I like to help people where I can. And this is my way of doing that. There is no such thing as overcoming the fear that things will go wrong, because I will be the first person to tell you that stuff just goes wrong. Like, we had our gym set up for 2 months and then we got told we had to move because property developers wanted to put up an apartment block there. So we ended up moving, couldn't find a place, finally got an awesome place, signed a 3-year lease, and that started going well. And then we lost like 2 trainers, and then we got new trainers and then things like that. There's always stuff that happens that isn't ideal. It's not about getting over the fear of it happening, but it's about going, okay, well, how can I deal with this when it does hit me? Because something will go wrong. And that's not about being a negative person, it's about being a realist. Things aren't pretty and beautiful and lovely all the time. I think the thing that really kicked me into gear was when I was working in an office job and I saw people who were doing the same job as me. I was like 21 at the time, and they were doing the same job as me, and they were a lot older than me, and they'd been doing the same thing for like 10 plus years. The idea of that terrified me way more than taking a leap and having faith in my own abilities. I feel like there's so many people in this world who waste the abilities that they have. Everyone has skills. You might not have found it yet, but everyone is good at least one thing, and you can be really, really good at it. Some people, they nurture their skills and they grow them. Other people either don't know what they are or they don't know how to grow them. And some people have these amazing abilities, but they're scared to put faith in themselves and in what they can do. And it's sad because sometimes these dreams will slip away from you if you just leave them sitting there for too long. And a negative side of emotion is just part of the human psyche. You can either embrace the negative now and be terrified of taking a leap and doing what you want to do, or you can regret not doing it later. And yeah, taking that leap will be absolutely terrifying, and you will come across hard times. Maybe sometimes it will be hard for you to make money. Maybe you'll have to budget a lot. Maybe you can just do a casual job while you're trying to start your own thing. But for some people, we're made to share things and we're made to put things out into the world. How long do your workouts typically last at the gym? I find it takes up so much of my day and I have a hard time fitting it in. I think you might need a plan to follow, because I know I used to take too long in the gym when I had no idea of, like, you know, what I should schedule in where, and supersetting and tri-setting and all that sort of thing. So maybe try looking at a gym plan that will suit you. My workouts, it depends on what I'm doing. So if I'm training something like arms, it might only take me 20 minutes. My boxing workouts are 45 minutes, or something like legs can take me up to an hour, depending on what I'm doing. But I feel like if you've got a good plan in place, you should be able to be in and out of the gym within the hour. I know most of the personal trainers at our gym, they only train their clients for half an hour, and the clients are absolutely dead by the end of that session. So half an hour is more than enough if you can schedule everything into your workout properly. Do you find yourself throwing away items more often? I've been going minimal for 1 year now, and I keep getting junk and ending up getting rid of it in a week. How do you keep yourself from obtaining stuff in the first place? Love you. I love you guys. You're so nice. I find when I do go through and cull things again, like wardrobes or makeup or whatever, I throw away less and less because I'm not buying as much anymore. So to stop from buying things in the first place, super easy if you're just online shopping. What I do is I have a bookmarks folder called Wishlist, and it's things that I think I would like if I see something I'm like, oh, that's really cool, I'll put that in the wishlist folder. That has to sit there for like a month or two before I even consider getting it, and even then it's like, do I really need it? Let's take a pair of shoes for example, like, do I really need them? Do I have any other shoes that already do that exact same job? Do I just want them because they look a certain way and that's appealing to me? Am I actually going to use them frequently? You know, all those sorts of questions you can ask yourself. Shopping in real life might be a bit harder for some people. Something I used to do when I was on quite a tight budget when I first moved out of home was when I did go out places, I would leave all my debit cards at home, and I would just take like a $50 note just in case I needed, you know, money for something, food, whatever. You could even get away with $20 or something like that, but just to make sure that you're not spending your money, it's easiest if you leave your cards at home. That is until you can get the willpower to not just buy stuff. Anyway, personally, I hate shopping, so if you can hate shopping, then it's easy. How do you deal with things of personal value in your minimalist lifestyle? For instance, handwritten cards and letters from people you care about, family heirlooms or old pictures that have been passed down. I guess the only family heirloom type of thing that I have is like a charm bracelet that my mum passed down to me, and that just lives in a box. Maybe my sister should have it. She'd probably actually do something with it. But anything else, I don't have. Like, I never felt inclined to keep handwritten letters or cards or anything like that. I just don't, I don't know. Like, I'm struggling to explain it, but I've never felt emotionally attached to a letter or a card or anything like that. And my family know not to pass me down stuff because I probably won't keep it. I don't really put an emotional sort of attachment onto those kind of objects. This one's from Jeffrey. You guys, he has a YouTube channel as well, so if you go on his Instagram, he'll probably have it linked. I personally would love to hear about your life around making YouTube videos. What takes precedence over them? When did you make them a priority in life? When did you feel it was something worth investing in? How do they enrich your life? Have you got enough questions? Things along the lines only an experienced YouTuber would know about. Okay, I'll go through these like one by one. What takes precedence over them? Okay, definitely Eat, Run, Lift. The business stuff comes first. Then study, of course, sleep, exercise, and then YouTube. That's why some days an upload might not go up, and it's normally when things have gotten busy with like Eat, Run, Lift usually. So for example, we just started our 12-week program called ERL 12, and because things were so hectic with getting that up and running, I completely missed a video. Like, I filmed it and then I wasn't happy with it. It was actually this video, if you watch my vlog. Like, I filmed this 2 times before this, and because I wasn't happy with it, I didn't have time to quickly film another one, and so it didn't end up going up on time. When did you make them a priority in life? I guess they became a priority when I hit 100,000 subs, because I was like, wow, there's that many people watching my videos, that is crazy. And it's just kind of grown steadily ever since then, and I appreciate you guys all so much. When did you feel it was something worth investing in? That was definitely when people started coming back to me and thanking me, saying, you know, thank you for the healthy recipes. Thank you, I've, you know, lost weight by following your plans. Thank you for helping me declutter. Anything like that makes me so happy when I read it, because I'm like, I don't even know this person and I've made a positive impact in their life. How do they enrich your life? I definitely love to be able to share my knowledge, and I love making things. I love having the ability to be creative. That was something I used to do on my photography shoots, was, you know, make editorial shoots, and everyone on the team would get involved, and you'd make something really cool or really weird or really scary, and, you know, magazines would run it often. So every now and again I like to put together a video where I can express myself creatively, so it's usually like a lookbook video or a get ready with me video, or even things like skincare routines. I like to put a lot of effort into them and spend a lot of time making them and just creating something really cool. How did you acquire videography skills? Did you take classes for specific editing programs, or just play until you figured it out yourself? Also, I just bought the 7-day detox guide and I'm so excited to show you the results. Yes, please do email me, like contact us on the Eat, Run, Lift website. Love to hear from you. Videography, I kind of just played around and learned by myself. Like, as I mentioned earlier, I did study photography, but that's of course just still imaging. And I'll give you a bit of a background story. So with my photography, originally I intended to do art photography, and then a friend saw my photos and he's like, I really want you to take some photos of my band. I love your photos, blah, 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 blah. And so we ended up taking the promotional photos for his band. Like, they hired me for that, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone hired me to take that photo. And I was still really early in first year of uni. And after that, another friend of mine saw those photos of the band and he was like, I have a fashion line, I want you to take photos for my fashion line, I'll hire you for this. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. And he's like, no, I trust you. And so I was like, okay. And then I ended up shooting my first fashion job and getting paid for that. And then eventually, you know, I was taking photos for ages, and I was mainly sticking to fashion and beauty. And one of my regular fashion clients, he was like, I want you to film a video for me. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. And he was like, it's okay, like, I trust you, here's the feeling that I'm going for. And he sent me a bunch of his ideas in like a PDF. And so I ended up making my first like proper fashion video from there. And then I'd only do video every now and again. It wasn't exactly my preferred medium, it was very foreign to me. And then I decided to start YouTube, and I've just been learning ever since then, like learning in Final Cut Pro and learning, obviously I had like the lighting skills and things like that, but just learning extra little things that come along with video. There's definitely been a lot of trial and error, especially when it comes to audio. I'm still learning a lot about audio, but it is such a foreign territory for me. Anyway, that's all I've got time for in this Q&A. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. You can find me on my other social media, which I will place here on my face, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!